All right, I want to start this lesson by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekachodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles and teachers and wise men of great millstone that I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, through the Rekachodash, the Holy Spirit. Salutations out there to the elect. All right, I want to do a quick lesson going into how these heathen nations, especially these so-called white people, these Edomites, how they still mock you and use proverbs and bywords against the children of Israel, you see, and how they hate you even into this day. So let's start right here in the book of Psalms 106 to get some context of how it led to that. Let's start at verse 34. I'll just jump in at 34. Now this is the book of Psalms. This is what happened. This is it King David? Let's see. It's a Psalm of David. It says Israel's rebelliousness and the Lord's deliverance. But this is a song of David, how he mentions how the children of Israel, how once in the beginning they followed the Lord, and how they, went after the ways of the other nations, and how we ended up in the situation we are in today, which there's no new thing under the sun. You see, because in the book of Ecclesiastes, it says, what has been is that which shall be again. And there's no new thing under the sun. So just how we, went against the Lord by disobeying his word back then, we're doing it now. That's why we're in captivity. So let's start at verse 34. It says, they did not destroy the nations. It's talking about Israel, concerning whom the Lord commanded them, which the Lord, during the time of our deliverance out of Egypt, the Lord commanded us to destroy these nations and, for their abominations and their wickedness, so that we can, inhabit the land, because we are his holy people. We are the people that he set apart, Salakia, to be above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Lord required us to, drive these, required, Salakia, us to drive those heathens out of the land of Canaan, so that we would inhabit the land flowing with milk and honey, which was the promised land back then. But the point is that the Lord commanded us to destroy these heathen nations because of their abominations and their wickedness, how they went against the Lord. But Israel, being stubborn, they didn't listen. Verse 35, it says, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works, you see? And just like back then, even today, a lot of our people, we're mingled among the heathen, and a lot of them are learning their fashion, their ideology, learning their ways, which go against the Lord. You see, they're learning their abominable works. All right, it says, verse 38, it says, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. You see, because the Lord hate those idols, and those idols go against the righteousness and the holiness of the Lord. So that's why it said those idols were a snare unto Israel, because the Lord would bring Israel low by worshiping those idols, which goes into what? Idolatry. Verse 37, it says, yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. You see? It says, verse 38, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. You see? Verse 39, thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a whoring with their own inventions. You see? So the Lord was angry with Israel because they followed after the ways of the heathen, and they learned their works. All right. It says, verse 40, it says, therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance. All right, verse 41, it says, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen. You see, the heathen, mainly these so-called white people, you know, as it is this day in the land of our captivity, we're in the hand of these so-called white people, these Edomites, which are the sons of the wicked. They're ruling right now. And it says they that hated them ruled over them. You see? So they hated us in the past, these heathen nations, and they hate us even today. And let's give you an example of that in this video I'm going to play to show you how these heathens, particularly these so-called white people, these Edomites, how they hate you. How they use proverbs and different sayings to describe you so-called blacks, especially you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. How they hate you. All right, let's play the video.
Bro, leave. Find it. Bro, you need to leave. You. Where did you come from? Good. No, shut up. Where did you come from? That's what I thought. This is your hood. I'm in the hood now. You're in charge now. I'm in the hood. Dude, what do you want? Like, I'm going to get, like, oh my gosh, dude. Please don't touch me. Don't touch her, bro. Don't touch her. Fucking touch her. Don't touch her. I swear to God. Here we go. Bro, this will be it. This will be it. You just pushed her. You just assaulted her. And it's on camera. Put it up. Put it up. Don't. Okay. Put it up. I know where you're from. I know where you're from. What's up? Hey, what's up? What's up?
Yeah. All right. Put him up full mass. I have significant background here. So this was a shocking and very dangerous moment for the two hotel workers who were being attacked. He's a Marine, okay? The Marine attacks two San Diego hotel workers, including a woman who is not even 5 feet tall, okay? Before being knocked out by a metal lamp. The video shows a male identified now as Jason Frink approaching the hotel desk, asking for a room. When the two women behind the counter told him that there was no availability, the man...
And in those women, let's go back. They look like, let's go back. You see this woman right here, from what this so-called white man said, the lady behind the camera, not the camera, so like the lady behind the desk looked at like may have been a so-called black woman. Just by him using that term, he used that ghetto. Let's go back to it. Listen to what he says.
That's what I thought. This is your hood. I'm in the hood now. You're in charge now. I'm in the hood.
So he says hood, not ghetto. Salaka. He said hood. So that this lady with the camera could be a so-called black woman, and this lady right here who he's approaching, she looks like a.
Touch her, bro. Don't touch her. Fucking touch her. Don't touch her. I swear to God. Here we go. Bro, this will be it. This will be it. You just pushed her.
She looks like a Hispanic. You see, a so-called Hispanic, which the Hispanics go back to the tribe of Ephraim or Issachar. I think they go back to the tribe of Issachar. But she looks like a Hispanic, which is the tribe of Issachar. Yeah, it has to be the tribe of Issachar. So she may be an Issachar from the tribe of Issachar. So these may be two Israelites.
You just assaulted her, and it's on camera. Put it up. Put it up. Don't. Okay. Put it up.
These may be two Israelites that he's showing his hatred towards. So I'm not surprised. Let's skip back. Well, let's go back to the part. All right. Let's finish listening to what he has to say. But that's how these heathen nations look at you. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the Seminole Indians, you see? You Israelites. That's how these heathen nations, especially the so-called white man, of the so-called white people, these Edomites, that's how they look at you, with extreme hatred. They have a perpetual hatred for you. I don't care how nice they act. It's in their spirit to be against you because they are wicked. And they go against the law, statutes, and commandments of your God, the ways of holiness that the Lord set for us. They go against that. So it's not surprising that this Edomite shows how much he hates you. That this so-called white person shows how much he hates you. So it's because it's in his spirit. Let's continue the video.
What you get here in this video. I mean, to have that kind of anger and violence. Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton confirmed to ABC 10 News that the Marine, Mr. Frink, has retained his position as a sergeant on base. Yeah. So
let's go back some.
The video shows a male identified now as Jason Frink approaching the hotel desk, asking for a room. One of the two women behind the counter told him that there was no availability. The man became hostile and began swearing at the employees. Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton confirmed to ABC 10 News that the Marine, Mr. Frink, has retained his position as a sergeant on base. Yeah. So what you see is basically what you get here in this video. I mean, to have that kind of anger and violence because someone made a factual proclamation about the business restriction. They can't kick somebody out of the hotel for you to get in one. And then you decide to physically assault, to attack. There should definitely be an arrest here.
Yeah, there should be. Because they that hate you rule over you. Let's go back to Psalms. You see? It says Psalms 41, 106 and 41 again. It says, and he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them, which they ruled over them in the times past, and these heathens rule over us today. It says, let's go to verse 42. It says, their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hands, you see? So it's not surprising to me that he would keep his position because these heathens are in rulership right now, but it's not going to last forever.
There's no provocation, no reason, no self-defense for you. But according to the last report per ABC News local affiliate, he's retained his position as sergeant, meaning supervisor. All right, thoughts here?
I'll say it's a little bit nice to see a Karen finally get their ass beat for once. It doesn't really happen that often, and he definitely deserved that. Of course, the situation is horrific, but it's not surprising to me that he was able to, retain his rank after assaulting women, considering that the military has shown that they approve of assaulting women. They have, shuffled under the rug time and time again reports of sexual assault that happened to female Marines, female members of the military, violence against women, the violence, spousal violence. They don't care when the violence is happening.
That's not what's going on. What's going on is that from what it looked like in the video, that so-called white boy showed how much he hates you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans out there, you Israelites. You see? So I'll end the lesson here. All praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Rikakwadash. Shalom.